Are you ready?
It's time for Adams Cable High School football. And today from Lakeland Stadium, it's action between the Sabres of Susquehanna and the Lakeland Chiefs, all brought to you today by Adams Cable Service, by the Comfort Doctors, T.E. Spall & Son, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing of Carbondale, by Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street, Childs. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street. Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, your source for quality tires. Mix Excavating and Paving. By NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield, for experience, dependability, and 24-hour service. The White's Crossing Sports Shop. By your local Napa Auto Parts store, Carbondale Auto Parts. Also brought to you by Pioneer City Insurance at its new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield. And your starting lineups for today's game brought to you today by the Roselle Department Store. Alongside Glenn Muskowski, I'm Steve Young. Welcome to week number 3 of high school football. Today it is Susquehanna and Lakeland, and for the Sabres coming into this game, they are winless, no wins, 2 losses. They have lost a couple of tough games against Riverside and Hanover area by scores of 21-20 and 24-21. And tonight they will be put to the test against a very good Lakeland team that has won their first 2 against Lake Lehman 41-12 and Lackawanna Trail last week 27-14. So Glenn, big night of football, beautiful night, senior night. The festivities have concluded. They wanted to get that in early in the season, which they did. And now here tonight, we get set for the Chiefs and the Sabres.
Well, Steve, I think this could be a better game than you think, because Susquehanna really lost 2 games by a total of 4 points. You know, and they were in the games the whole way. So they're ready, I think, for Lakeland. And Lakeland has been playing very well. They only had 5 returning starters on offense and 5 returning starters on defense, but they're playing very well. They opened the game up. They have a lot of receivers. They're airing it out. So this could be an interesting game for the people to watch. It'll be an exciting game, hopefully.
Well, traditionally for Lakeland, they like to run the football, but they have that great passing attack, so they utilize that to perfection. And they do have speed. If they run the football, they could take the football around the ends, so that is a key factor. The wind was a factor earlier when I got here, but it has died down. It's a beautiful night, so that should not come into play here tonight between the Sabres and the Chiefs as we go to a break here on Adams Cable High School Football.
Now's the time to unleash the internet. With Adams Cable Service, you get internet with speeds up to 120 megs. It's the speed you need that blows the doors off of DSL. Connect all of your devices, including iPads and other tablets, game consoles, smartphones, and computers. Upload and share photos and videos instantly. Stream HD movies in a flash and experience online gaming like never before. Call Adams Cable Service today at 1-888-222-0077 and get internet with speeds up to 120 megs.
You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So, just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son has been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 36 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So, just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall. When you need collision repair, turn to the professionals at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center to restore your vehicle back to its original condition. For over 34 years, Beston's has been providing full-service collision repair with exceptional customer service. At Beston's, their motto is, every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. Beston's Collision Center in Carbondale, the trusted name in collision repair in northeastern Pennsylvania. Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium for Week 3 of high school football. Alongside Glenn Muskowski, Steve Young, as we take a look at the Sabres on the far side of the field, getting set for tonight's game. Susquehanna is coached by Kyle Cook, now in his 9th year, with a record of 35-46. And you take a look at their schedule coming up. Next week they will be taking on Lackawanna Trail. Then they have games against Nanticoke, Holy Cross, and Carbondale. And we will have that game for you, Susquehanna and Carbondale. That's coming up in Week 7. They also have Montrose, Old Forge, and Holy Redeemer. For Lakeland, of course, they have games on the schedule coming up next week. The Wallenpaupack game, we will bring that to you here on Adams Cable Channel 107. They will be at Carbondale in Week 5, followed by Wyoming area, Western Wayne, Mid-Valley, Riverside, and Dunmore. So it should be an interesting matchup, Glenn. Two pretty good football teams, and they've been in some close games, and we'll see how things play out here tonight.
If you understand that last year Susquehanna won 2 out of the 4 games that they played, but they lost their star in Spencer Beamer, and he missed every game except played in the first one, played in the last one. But he hurt himself, so he's back. Hopefully that'll spur them on. And of course, as we said, Lakeland is opening it up, so this could be an exciting game for this whole evening. And it's what a nice facility. Look at Lakeland. They did something new to their track. They have
updated the track, so that's pretty neat.
Everything. There's a nice crowd here. Even Susquehanna brought some people down, and looks like we're ready to go.
And we are going to take a quick break and then return with a look at your starting lineups for today's game, brought to you by Roselle Department Store, after this timeout on Adams Cable High School Football.
Looking for the right flooring for your home, lifestyle, and budget? Visit Tom's Floor Shop in Childs for the latest advancements in flooring to enhance the rooms in your home. The experts at Tom's Floor Shop are there to help you style your home in contemporary elegance and classic beauty with a wide variety of name brand carpeting, hardwood, vinyl, and professional installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop, exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs.
Back at Lakeland Stadium, Steve Young, Glenn Muskowski, high school football, week number 3. Susquehanna Sabres and the Chiefs of Lakeland. Just about set for the kickoff. And Lakeland will receive. Now the starting lineups for today's game, presented by Roselle Department Store in Carbondale, where the contemporary styles in fall apparel are on display. Roselle has all your school clothing needs, including a full line of spirit wear for Carbondale area, Lakeland, Forest City, and Valley View. Are you attending a formal affair or special event? Let the experience of Sam Kalura work for you with a perfectly tailored tuxedo by Sarno & Son. Visit Roselle for professional laundry and dry cleaning services. Sam and the staff at Roselle Department Store in Carbondale are proud to present your starting lineups for today's game between Susquehanna and Lakeland following our national anthem.
Thank you. Our national anthem will be sung by Sierra Rohan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Fans excited for the home opener here at Lakeland between Susquehanna and Lakeland. And now, your starting lineup for the Chiefs. At tight end, Lakota Dupree, the junior. At split end, John Siemens, he's a speedster, he's a junior. Adam Wormuth at left tackle, a junior. Mason Ormsby at right tackle, a senior. Senior Thomas Arthur at left guard. Luke Smurl at right guard, he's a junior. And John Klaus Walton lines up at center for Lakeland. Domenico Spatero quarterbacks the Lakeland offense. He's a junior. Alternating at fullback is Kevin Snyder, a junior, and Jake Curcio, a senior. Jaron Bullock, the senior, is at tailback. Nick Mancuso lines up at flanker. Defensively for Susquehanna, Austin Harvey, a senior at left end. Sam Callahan, the sophomore, at right end. Colin Smith at left tackle. John Michael Phillips, a sophomore, at right tackle. Freshman Riken Hobart is at nose guard. Caleb Shiner is at linebacker along with Carson Williams. Spencer Beamer and Lane Fisk are at the corners. Jesse DeLucia and J.J. Rosa are the safeties. Here we go with the kickoff. Lane Fisk will kick it off, and we are underway at Lakeland. This ball will be caught at the 20-yard line, and on the return for the Lakeland Chiefs, it's a pretty good one, as Kevin Snyder will return it to the Chief 40-yard line, and Lakeland will set up shop offensively from that point, first down and 10.
That was a good run back, and they got in good field position, so we're ready to go here with the Lakeland offense.
So as they will start at their own 40.
Parents to report to the concession stand for the first quarter. Chamola, Ravinsky, Dennis, Rakavich, Monsanelli.
And here come the Chiefs as they will get set for the first play of the season here on their home turf.
One-on-one coverage on Mancuso over the right side.
Spatero back to throw with time, looks underneath the coverage, and it is complete to Mancuso across midfield for a first down.
Brought down by Lane Fisk.
Well, Lakeland has a lot of speed, big offensive line. Across the line, Wormuth is 285, Arthur 215, Klaus Walton 215, Smurl at 200, and Ormsby is at 265. New set of downs for the Chiefs. From the Susquehanna 47. This time they'll go to the far side of the field, and it's intercepted.
Wow, did he
picked off by J.J. Rosa, the free safety.
Wow. If he kept his balance, he was gone.
Just kind of lost his balance, but picks it off. Lakeland runs two plays, and suddenly the Susquehanna Sabres have the football in Lakeland territory at the 40.
Wow, what a change. I mean, it was lined up. There were blockers out there, but he just ran through all that congestion and picked it right off.
Carson Williams will lead Susquehanna to the line of scrimmage. Colton Stone, the sophomore, will quarterback. Now he'll come up under center. And Stone will drop back to pass, and this time the pass is batted away. It looks like Ormsby got a hand on it.
Well, they had some good pressure. There was three people from Lakeland in the backfield.
Brings up second and 10.
I think that's going to be where this game is going to be won, Steve. The offensive line against Lakeland's very good defense.
Usually in games like this are won at the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10 for Susquehanna. We are scoreless on the Call Spall scoreboard with just about 1 minute gone by here at Lakeland Stadium. Stone lost the handle on the football. It's up for grabs. Let's find out who will have it. Lakeland has recovered.
Fumble. Yep.
So back-to-back turnovers. Lakeland turned it over. Susquehanna had an opportunity, and now Susquehanna turns it back over to Lakeland, and the Chiefs will go to work as they spot the football at the 39-yard line. Get
your jitters out early. Get down to business now.
Yeah, get everything out of your system early, right?
Sure.
Junior quarterback, Domenico Spataro.
Empty backfield.
Out of the gun. Long count. And Spataro under the gun, and he's in trouble and decked on the play. Austin Harvey, the left end of Susquehanna, came up to whack him.
Loss of.
So right now, defense is the name of the game for both ball clubs here in the early stages of quarter number 1. Second down and about 22 yards to go for the Chiefs.
Loss of 12 on that play. No, the Susquehanna defense shot the linebackers there, and there was nowhere to go for Spataro.
Now Lakeland will try to get organized as snap will go to Spataro. They hand it off. They go around the far side. It's Mancuso strung out near the 29-yard line, closer to the 30. And it will result in third down and long yardage for Lakeland.
We'll give him a +3 on that.
Lakeland coached by Dave Pawarczyk in his third season, a record of 12 wins and 7 losses overall in his career. Chiefs thus far have scored 68 points while allowing 26. Third down and 20 for the Lakeland offense. And Spataro looking, and it is complete near midfield, and on the reception, Kevin Snyder for the Chiefs, and that results in a first down in Sabre territory.
Kevin Snyder picks up the first down for the Chiefs. Brought down by Ryan Scott on the play.
So Lakeland now with a new set of downs after they turn the football over to Susquehanna. And they're on the move here with 9:31 remaining in first quarter action on the Call Spall scoreboard. Spataro, far side of the field. Pass is complete to John Siemens at the 39-yard line of Susquehanna. Siemens, probably the fastest player on this team. He is a track star. That's his 6th reception. He has scored a total of 12 points this year.
Push out of bounds at the 39-yard line, brings up 2nd and 2.
Second down and 2 for the Lakeland offense. And the handoff will come to the near side, and Lakeland will run it and advance the football to about the 34.
That's
Jarrett Bullock, 5'10", 200-pound senior.
First down.
22nd attempt on the year. He has scored a touchdown. Also has 2 catches on the year. First down and 10 for the Chiefs at the Sabre 33-yard line. And Spataro looking down the field, and this pass is complete for a touchdown to Nick Mancuso.
34-yard touchdown pass to Mancuso, wide open. Nice, he laid it up there, really nice. All Nick had to do was bring it into his body. He was right there for the score.
And the Chiefs are on the scoreboard by the score of 6-0 with 8:54 remaining here in the first quarter. And now Zach Janowski is on for the extra point. He has 8 on the season with Lakeland up 6-0. And with Lakeland taking an early 7-0 lead, we will go to a break here on Adams Cable High School Football.
Providing the ultimate in professional service is a tradition at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, Carbondale. For more than 50 years, families in Carbondale and its surrounding area have used our 2 Hospital Street and 74 North Main Street locations for a traditional service, cremation or memorial services, or a service of personal preference. Contact Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated to handle every detail. When it comes to keeping your vehicle maintained and problem-free, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale has you covered. Call Jerry's for brake service, oil changes, state inspections, quality tires, wheel alignment, and rotation to enhance your vehicle's performance.
I'm Jerry Jablanowski. Call 282 Tire for dependable automotive service and name brand tires at Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium, where the Chiefs have a 7-0 lead over the Susquehanna Sabres. Here's your kickoff, and from about the 16-yard line on the return for Susquehanna. That was Sam Callahan on the return. We'll check the spot for you on the far side of the field. Looks like he takes it out to the 30-yard line, and that's where Susquehanna will go to work with the football. First down and 10.
Susquehanna's got to get back into their game plan now, Steve. After 2 plays fumbling, that's tough after picking off the first pass, too. That kind of takes the wind out of their sails, and Lakeland took advantage of that for sure.
J.J. Rosa is a wide out on the near side of your screen on first down and 10 from the 30-yard line. And Lane Fisk, the tailback, gets the call and struggles for about 2 yards on the play, trying to go around left end. Defensively for the Chiefs, Luke Smurl at left end, Lakota Dupree at the right end, Mason Ormsby at left tackle, and Joan Kloss Walton at right tackle. Jason Bullock and Jake Curcio are the linebackers. Nick Mancuso and Kevin Snyder are the corners. Pocus, and Siemens, along with Spatero, are the safeties. And there's a pitch, and it's picked off, intercepted by Evan Pocus.
Wow. He was there. I thought he was there before the runner. Wow.
Pocus just picked it off as he went across the line of scrimmage, and a great defensive play. And that will give Lakeland the football at the 24-yard line of Susquehanna. Boy, you don't see too many plays like that, Glenn, where a defender intercepts a pitch to the tailback.
Yeah, he was there before the running back was there. That was very well thought out by the Lakeland defense.
Dupree is wide on the top of your screen. 2 wideouts on the near side. As Spatero will await the snap. And the rush is on. Here comes the pressure. He fires it downfield. Mancuso has it for the 24-yard touchdown. Nick Mancuso right there, wide open. And Lakeland now has a 13-0 lead. Well, traditionally, over the years, you have seen Lakeland run the football. They usually had a big power fullback or a quick tailback like Joby Fawcett. And this year, they have a great passing game, pretty good offensive line to give Spatero time to throw the football, and it definitely has paid dividends thus far in this ball game. Janowski out of the hold of Spatero. And Lakeland has a 14-0 advantage over Susquehanna as we go to a break on Adams Cable High School football.
Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale is committed to providing professional service in residential and commercial excavating, land clearing and demolition, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Enhance your property with new paving and seal coating, mulch, or stone. For expert service on your next project, count on Nick's Excavating and Paving Carbondale. What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS, Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7.
Back at Lakeland Stadium, where the Chiefs have a 14-0 advantage over the Susquehanna Sabres off a defensive off the defensive turnover there, and now this kickoff. Susquehanna and Lane Fisk out across the 30-yard line for the Sabres. And Susquehanna now will try to settle down as suddenly they find themselves trailing by 14 points with 7:58 to play here in the first quarter on the Call Spall scoreboard.
They have to be shell-shocked. They have to be. They ran only 4 plays and 2 turnovers.
J.J. Rosa will be split wide to the near side. As Stone, whoa, we had some movement on the line and a flag came out. Let's wait for the official word as all of the officials will get together.
Offside. Thank you. The official on the far side. Yep.
Yeah, Lakeland. 5-yard penalty will place the football at the 35-yard line and result in first down and 5 for Susquehanna. Now for the Sabres, they are in that co-op program with Blue Ridge, and we'll talk about that after this play. As Stone didn't have anywhere to throw the football, all of the receivers were covered, so he turned it upfield. They co-op with Blue Ridge, Glenn, and talking with head coach Kyle Cook, he said if they did not co-op with Blue Ridge, they would not be able to field a team. He said possibly almost half of the players are from Blue Ridge.
Wow, that's shocking with the tradition that Susquehanna has in football. Yeah, that's really shocking.
Spencer Beamer is wide on the top of your screen on 2nd down and 2 from the 38-yard line. Stone back to throw under the gun, and he was decked on the play. Jake Curcio came in and whacked him as he was unloading the football. A lot of games on the high school football schedule tonight. We'll run some of them down for you in just a moment. What a night, though. Here we are in the second week of September. Just beautiful night for high school football. Comfortable.
But it's not a short stay. It's a little cool up here.
Yeah. You had to see it earlier when I got here, Glenn. The wind was brutal. And I said, oh, it's going to be one of those nights. But fortunately, it did calm down. 14-0, Lakeland, your leader on the Call Spall scoreboard as
good
Susquehanna goes with Sam Callahan on a running play to the near side, and it's shut down by the Lakeland defense.
Great pressure by the Lakeland defense. No gain. It's 4th down.
No gain on the play. 4th and 2.
4th down and 2 for Susquehanna from the 38-yard line. Well, Glenn, they're talking things over in the huddle right here, and Kyle Cook is going to roll the dice from the Susquehanna 38-yard line. Hold on. Now we have a whistle.
Timeout.
Timeout call by Susquehanna. with 6:31 remaining here in the first quarter. Chiefs on top, 14-0 on Adams Cable High School football.
The White's Crossing Sports Shop, Canaan Street in Carbondale, is the leading authority for the outdoors in northeastern Pennsylvania. They carry a full line of archery accessories, hunting and reloading supplies, live bait, and a variety of fishing tackle. The White's Crossing Sports Shop is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. Call 282-4699 or log on to their website at whitescrossing.com. Finding that unique seasonal outdoor item has never been easier with help from Tom and the staff at the White's Crossing Sports Shop.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Your local Napa dealer, Carbondale Auto Parts, has been serving the area for over 38 years with quality automotive replacement parts, tools, and accessories. Experience the Napa know-how difference with great service you've come to know and trust from the staff at Carbondale Auto Parts. Your Napa know-how folks.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Well, now the punting unit will come on the field for Susquehanna on 4th down and 2 from the 38-yard line. The Beamer will boot it away. And Nick Mancuso is going to let it roll inside the 20-yard line where it's down near the 17-yard line. And Lakeland with a 14-0 lead with 6:21 to play here in the first quarter will take over possession of the football. 1st down and 10. Well, a lot of games going on tonight. North Pocono at Honesdale. Holy Cross at Hanover. Western Wayne is playing at Moore Catholic, New York.
Whoa.
Delaware Valley at Downingtown East. Montrose at Mid-Valley. Scranton at West Scranton. Old Forge at Carbondale. Riverside at Lackawanna Trail. And Lake Lehman at Dunmore. 1st down for the Chiefs, leading 14-0 as they go to work from their own 17-yard line. Spataro will hand it off, and they will run the football.
Bullock.
Bullock will take it around the right side. Yep. Dave Pawarczyk will mix up the run with the pass. Lakeland will give you a lot of different looks.
Yes, you're right, Steve. Traditionally a running football team. Boy, they're coming out with, they're opening it up this year. And boy, they have the athletes to do so.
Nick Mancuso is a wideout on the near side on 2nd and 2. And handoff will go to Bullock, and a whistle. That will stop action at the line of scrimmage. That will be a 5-yard penalty. Great to have you with us tonight on Adams Cable, Channel 107. As the sun begins to set here at Lakeland Stadium. What a beautiful sight. Leaves beginning to turn, Glenn. You know what's on the way, right?
Shh, don't say that too loud, Steve.
It's not going to make any difference. Spataro on 2nd down. And he will keep the football. Season opening, turns it upfield. He has the 1st down and much more across the 35. He's near midfield, and Spataro is dragged down at the 45-yard line of Susquehanna.
35-yard run for Spataro.
Well, this Lakeland football team can come at you so many different ways.
35-yard carry, 1st down, Chiefs.
If you're a defender, you have to respect the pass and the running ability of Spataro.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he had one guy to beat there, and there was nice coverage by Susquehanna as they got past midfield. They converged on him well because he had one more step and he was gone.
New set of downs for Lakeland as Spataro will fire the pass near side. It is complete to Dupree, and Dupree carries defenders with him to the 34-yard line.
Dupree is strong. He is strong.
Well, at 6'3", 230 pounds, he is a tough offensive weapon. They utilize him from that tight end position. He has scored 12 points this season.
They have so many weapons, Steve.
First down for the Chiefs. This time they will hand it off and come near side. There goes Mancuso. Mancuso with the speed, and Mancuso is in for a 34-yard touchdown. Nick Mancuso scores for Lakeland, and it is now 20-0 the Chiefs. Well, I'm not sure if anybody really expected this much offense from Lakeland here in quarter number 1. Now, keep in mind that Susquehanna a little bit banged up. Some players not available tonight due to different circumstances. And with 4:11 remaining on the call Spall scoreboard, Zach Janowski will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Spataro. And with Lakeland up 21-0, we will go to a break and come back with more Adams Cable High School football after this timeout.
Pioneer City Insurance is now open at its new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield. Independently owned and operated, Pioneer City Insurance offers personal insurance for auto, home, life, and commercial lines for businesses. Jennifer Crisan Allen is there for you 7 days a week on Facebook, online at pioneercityinsurance.com, or call 570-282-2801 for Pioneer City Insurance at its new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield.
How much bandwidth will satisfy your home's hunger? The average household now uses 7 wireless devices a day, including TVs, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. HD streaming and gaming can use large amounts of data and slow down speeds for other users. The more devices you use, the more bandwidth your home needs. So make sure you have enough bandwidth. Get up to 120 megabits per second internet from Adams Cable Service. It's a speed you need to power all your devices. Call today.
Back at Lakeland Stadium, where the Chiefs have scored quickly and often. They lead at 21-0 with 4:11 remaining here in the first quarter of play at Lakeland Stadium. Now here's your kickoff. And on the run from the 20-yard line, Caleb Scheimer will return it to the 29-yard line. And Susquehanna has a lot of work to do. They need to put together a little bit of a drive and keep the football away from this explosive Lakeland offense.
I'll tell you, the defense is playing just as well on the other side, not giving Susquehanna any time to do much of anything. They're going to have to do something, and you're right, to run some time off that clock and get a good drive going, at least to change position on the field.
Colton Stone, the sophomore quarterback at 6'4", will work out of the shotgun. Almost some movement on the line, and there's the flag.
Yeah. Procedure.
And that will be a 5-yarder. And move the football to the 24-yard line.
Well, they just can't get going. Wow.
Sometimes you have one of those starts, Glenn, and then it just
it snowballs.
Snowballs.
For sure, yeah.
Just have to try to maintain your composure. As J.J. Rosa will be split to the near side of the field. On first down, I should say, and 15. Pass to the near side, incomplete. Now they were trying to look to the near side, but there wasn't anything there. Carson Williams, let's check that. Ryan Scott, the intended receiver, wearing number 21. Boy, what a crowd on hand for tonight's game. This is like days gone by.
For sure.
Wow.
When you see them around the fence, you know that's Lakeland football at its finest.
Yeah, everybody wants to get out and enjoy a beautiful evening. On 2nd down and 15 from the 24-yard line, Stone fires the pass, and it's incomplete once again, intended for Ryan Scott. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 155 pounds. And the incompletion will stop the clock with 3:53 to play here in quarter number 1.
The Lakeland defensive line is just overpowering Susquehanna. Colton Stone doesn't have any time to pass that ball. It's got to be a quick release just to keep him honest, maybe. But they are putting a lot of pressure on him.
Spencer Beamer is wide on the top of your screen on 3rd down and 15. Stone inside handoff. This time it will go to Scheimer. Caleb Scheimer, the fullback. And a couple of yards to the 25. That's about all.
Caleb Scheimer on a carry. Stood up by Jared Bullock and Dakota Dupree.
That will result in 4th down, and the punting unit will come back onto the football field for Susquehanna.
Back deep is Nick Mancuso, and this is where he shines. Of course, he's done it all so far this game also. Every time he touched the football.
Well, if you're Susquehanna, you want to punt that football away from number 2. Spencer Beamer will get set to punt. Rush was on. It was almost blocked. Pretty good punt. Falls at the 50-yard line. Now it's up for grabs. Players battle for it. Susquehanna has it. They have recovered the football.
I don't understand why
Luke Hilling came up with it for the Sabres. I think when it bounced, it may have...
Did it touch anybody from Lakeland? That's the question. Well,
the officials are talking things over near the 47-yard line. We'll wait for the word.
They haven't given a... Yep, it was touched by somebody from Lakeland. The one official gave the signal like it hit one of the Lakeland players in the face mask.
Now that is just good hustle by the Sabres. They didn't give up on the play, and now they will have the football in Lakeland territory at the 47 with a 1st down. As they trail 21-0 with just under 3 minutes remaining here in the 1st quarter on the Call Spall scoreboard. Stone back to throw. The pocket collapses. There goes Stone. He turns it upfield, and Stone he pays the price. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, once that pocket collapsed, Glenn, and he saw that he had nowhere to throw the football, he really didn't have anywhere to go. Not too many options there.
Well, Lakeland is just putting so much pressure on the interior of that line that they really don't have a chance to run the ball. And he's not getting enough protection to take a look down the field too much. Really, he's very difficult time.
Yeah, you definitely need time to survey the defense.
Holding Lakeland. They missed that penalty. Never saw that.
Well, that's a 10-yard penalty, and they will spot the football at the 35, and it will give the Sabres a new set of downs. An excellent field position. Well, if you're Lakeland, you don't want to give a team like Susquehanna opportunities. And now for Susquehanna, from the 35-yard line, they'll go to work with Stone to throw. Rushes on. He fires downfield, and it's incomplete. Austin Harvey, the intended receiver. Harvey had a chance to catch that football, but he was in double coverage. Some good defense there by Lakeland. Well, I'd like to say hello to everyone watching and tuned in to the game up in Susquehanna. Great to have you with us tonight for high school football on Adams Cable, Channel 107. We will feature Susquehanna again coming up in October when they travel to Carbondale for a Saturday night game against the Chargers. Second down play for the Sabres. 2nd and 10. Stone fires, looks, intercepted by Mancuso.
Wow.
I didn't even see a receiver in that close to Nick Mancuso.
I think he threw it over the top of his head. The receiver he's closer to the line of scrimmage.
So Susquehanna turns over the football. Lakeland will go to work from its own 25-yard line. 1st down and 10, up 21-0 on the Call Spall scoreboard. Well, Glenn, when you try to pick the call of the game, that's going to be a tough one later on. Of course, there's a lot of football to be played, but that just crossed my mind. There's been so much action here in this first quarter. Spataro will keep. Here, there's a lot of green in front of him. There he goes, turns it upfield. He's got the 1st down. One man to beat. There goes Spataro, and he's spun down. Steve. At the 30-yard line.
That's coming back.
There's a flag at the line of scrimmage.
It's a hold. That's a shame.
Well, usually when you see that flag back at the line of scrimmage, it's a holding penalty, and there it is. Tough break for the Chiefs.
Yeah, because Spataro really did a job there. He was one man to beat, and nice tackle to save a touchdown.
Yeah, have to wait for the official to pick up the flag. Well, that will move the football back to about the...
Boy, that negates one heck of a run.
From the 15-yard line of Lakeland. 1st down and 20 yards to go. And comes in motion. There is the flip play. John Siemens strung out on the play. Good job defensively by the Susquehanna Sabres. Austin Harvey, wearing number 13, he came up to make the initial hit there.
2nd and 20.
Nick Mancuso is wide on the near side for Lakeland. As Domenico Spataro will await the snap. Spataro back to throw. There he goes, firing downfield. He has Kevin Snyder for a 1st down in Sabre territory. And a flag on the play. Kevin Snyder, a 5'9", 160-pound junior, one of the captains on this Lakeland team. Lakota Dupree is a captain. Mason Ormsby, Nick Mancuso, Spataro, Kevin Snyder, and Jaron Bullock are all captains on this Lakeland ball club.
What was personal foul? Was that?
This is a big one.
Yeah.
This is a 15-yarder.
Yep. Unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, against Susquehanna. So Lakeland was backed up at its own 25-yard line. Now they are in business with the lead, 21-0, and excellent field position. Spataro in the pocket. Plenty of time looking downfield. This is overthrown. Could have been picked off by Beamer. Snyder, the intended receiver. And the incompletion will stop the clock with 44 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. One thing about coming to Lakeland, Glenn, you get a great view of the field here.
You're up high.
You're up high. You're relatively close, and you've got the blue uniforms with the white numbers.
Yeah, that's when a team comes out with blue with red numbers, and where they're hard to pick up. That's a la Carbondale.
Here is Spatero with blocking. Spatero at the 20, at the 10. Spatero stepped out of bounds. Let's check the spot. It's going to be around the 5-yard line.
25-yard run for Spatero.
25 yards on the carry.
Well, if you're a defense playing against Lakeland, they come at you so many different ways. Spatero can run the football. They'll use the tailback, Jaron Bullock. They could throw the football. They have speed, so they're tough to defend. Right here, Susquehanna needs a big defensive play as they are already trailing 21-0. First down and goal from the 5 for the Chiefs. Bullock takes the football and hammers into the end zone for another Lakeland touchdown.
5 yards. We're on the 5, right? 5 yards.
Yep. 27-0. Lakeland, your leader. Well, Zach Janoski has had a busy night, and he will attempt the extra point for Lakeland. And this one's no good as he hooks it to the left. With 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter here at Lakeland Stadium, the Chiefs have jumped out to a 27-0 lead over the Susquehanna Sabres as we go to a break.
You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So, just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son has been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 36 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So, just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall. When you need collision repair, turn to the professionals at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center to restore your vehicle back to its original condition. For over 34 years, Beston's has been providing full-service collision repair with exceptional customer service. At Beston's, their motto is, every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. Beston's Collision Center in Carbondale, the trusted name in collision repair in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Here's the kickoff by Lakeland. And on the return for the Susquehanna Sabres, Caleb Scheimer. And he carries the football out across the 35-yard line. Well, the Sabres have a lot of work to do if they want to get back in this football game trailing 27-0.
It's going to be a tough haul. Especially if they, as you said, they're a little short-handed with some of their key players, so that's tough.
Your Call Spall game time weather right now, it's clear, 59 degrees, and it's going to dip down into the low 50s tonight. One of those fall evenings. First down and 10 from the 38 for Susquehanna. They are going to air it out on the far side of the field. Beamer, the intended receiver. Snyder on the coverage and the flag.
That's a tough one because their legs got tangled up, but you're stopping them from prohibiting from catching the ball, so got to be called.
Well, that time Susquehanna had a little bit more of an opportunity to throw the football as the offensive line provided the protection.
A little bit better protection that time.
Well, Glenn, we have everything happening now. We've got NFL football this weekend, college football, high school football, baseball coming down the home stretch. I think there's only about 21 games remaining in Major League Baseball.
My team's not doing it this year, Steve. My Cardinals.
Cardinals?
They win 3, they lose 4. They win 6, they lose 4.
Stone under pressure, dumps off the screen to Scheimer. Scheimer has some running room as Lakeland defenders take him down inside the 40-yard line. Yeah, it's good to see everything back after the year we had last year.
Yeah.
Fans are back in the stands. All of the excitement is back. And that will bring it into the first quarter of play here at Lakeland Stadium with your score, the Chiefs 27 and Susquehanna nothing on Adams Cable High School Football.
Looking for the right flooring for your home, lifestyle, and budget? Visit Tom's Floor Shop and Childs for the latest advancements in flooring to enhance the rooms in your home. The experts at Tom's Floor Shop are there to help you style your home in contemporary elegance and classic beauty with a wide variety of name brand carpeting, hardwood, vinyl, and professional installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop, exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs. Providing the ultimate in professional service is a tradition at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, Carbondale. For more than 50 years, families in Carbondale and its surrounding area have used our 2 Hospital Street and 74 North Main Street locations for a traditional service, cremation or memorial services, or a service of personal preference. Contact Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated to handle every detail.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium alongside Glenn Muskowski, Steve Young. Great to have you with us tonight as we get set for quarter number 2. Boy, that was a long first quarter as Lakeland put 27 points up on the board. Glenn, it actually feels like it should be halftime.
Well, yeah, that was a long quarter. A lot of passing and there's just some excellent football play by the entire Lakeland squad.
Now Susquehanna has the football. 2nd down and 2 at the Lakeland 39-yard line. Stone in some trouble. Stone sees an opening, wants to turn it upfield. The hesitation resulted in a loss on the play. I think if Stone getting up very slowly. Now he's hobbling and low numbers by Susquehanna. You know, he's going to have to come out of the game for at least one play, Glenn.
Yeah, looks like either an ankle or a knee.
Yeah, Stone is going to stay in the game. Hobbling as he comes up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down play. They'll go with the running game and just be, we're going to have to check the spot here.
1st down, according to this official.
37, yes, the chain gang will move the sticks on the far side of the field. It's a Susquehanna 1st down. Colton Stone hobbling a little, still hobbling in there, trying to shake off that injury. And as we open up quarter number 2, Susquehanna Sabres have an opportunity right here as J.J. Rosa will be split wide on the top of your screen. Movement on the line. Let's wait for the official word from the field.
Yeah,
there it is. Five-yard penalty will move the football to the 32-yard line. Bring up 1st down and 5 for the Sabres. Ryan Scott is in the slot on the top of your screen as Stone will await the snap. Here comes the rush. Stone fires downfield looking for Beamer, overthrows him inside the 5-yard line.
If he threw that towards the goalpost, that was a touchdown. Tough catch to be made right there.
Spencer Beamer, a veteran on this Susquehanna offense. 5'11", 165-pound senior.
Second and 5.
Of course, last year, Susquehanna was 2-2 overall and in Division III. Lakeland last year, 5 wins, 1 loss. They were 3-0 in Division III. Stone in some trouble and takes the sack.
Well, I think Stone is going to have to make a decision quicker than he's doing that. He's trying to look downfield a little bit longer. He's going to have to get rid of that ball. There's too much pressure coming from all sides of that defensive team of Lakeland.
Now Stone will await the play from the far side of the field as Spencer Beamer checks in with head coach Kyle Cook in his 9th season at the helm at Susquehanna. He's done a good job with the program, keeping it going. Gets the most out of the players that he has. And with 9:25 to play in the first half and Lakeland up 27-0, we will go to a break and come right back with more action on Adams Cable High School Football.
When it comes to keeping your vehicle maintained and problem-free, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale has you covered. Call Jerry's for brake service, oil changes, state inspections, quality tires, wheel alignment, and rotation to enhance your vehicle's performance.
I'm Jerry Jablanowski. Call 282 Tire for dependable automotive service in name brand tires at Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium as the Chiefs have a 27-0 lead over Susquehanna with 9:23 to play in the first half. Sabres took a timeout to talk things over. That was their first timeout of the first half. So we'll see what the strategy will be right here coming out of the timeout. Sabres facing 3rd down and 7. Low snap. Stone picks it up, in trouble, fires, picked off. Intercepted by Lakeland and Jaron Bullock. Yep. Bullock with flags flying all over the field. There's 3 down that I counted.
An interception is complete, but I think there may be a block in the back, or let's see what they have there, because they came from all over, and there was a defender from Susquehanna down on his knee.
Now the penalty will go against Lakeland. And while we have the opportunity, I'd like to thank Chris Nanfelt and Joe Ross from Adams Cable for getting us on the air tonight.
Is that unsportsmanlike, Steve?
On channel 107. They did a great job. And of course, Jeff Price. He did a remarkable job helping out here, as always. Getting things set up in the press box. We thank him. Brian Wagner, of course, instrumental in getting everything set up. Now with the football resting on the 31-yard line, Lakeland will have it and go to work, 1st down and 10. Oh, do we have a timeout? Yes, we will have a timeout taken by Lakeland with 9:12 to play here in the first half as they lead it 27-0 here on Adams Cable High School Football.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team at NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7.
After the timeout, Lakeland will have the football now. First down and 10 from its own 31-yard line. Up 27-0 with 9:12 to play in the first half on the Call Spall scoreboard. This time, Spatero will come up under center. And the handoff to Mancuso. He's buried on the play behind the line of scrimmage at the 24-yard line.
Scheimer did a nice job. He had some great penetration, and Mancuso never really was able to get going.
Loss of 8 on the play brings up 2nd and 18.
Yeah, that's a pretty big loss. 7 or 8 yards on the play. Second down and about 18. Clock running here at Lakeland Stadium. Spatero back to throw. Here comes the rush. Screen pass, perfect. Bullock, he has it. Looking for that first down and much more across midfield. There he goes, and then he is gang tackled near the 35-yard line of Susquehanna.
Jaron Bullock takes a screen pass.
Penalty against the Chiefs.
Flag on the field.
Another one.
This is coming back. There's one thing I do know, Glenn. This is one long first half.
It is. Holding against Lakeland. Wow. I'll tell you, here's one thing I want to say here, Steve. Lakeland has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 penalties for 10, 20, 30, 45, 50, 55, 65 yards.
Well, Lakeland and Dave Perwartzik are going to have to work on that, because if you are in a close football game, you know what happens if you commit a lot of penalties. And now second down and 26 for the Chiefs as they go to work from their own 15. Mancuso is wide on the near side. Spatero back to throw. Here's the pass. It is complete to Snyder. Snyder is spun down at the line of scrimmage, and another flag. Well, I guess you could say it's Flag Day here at Lakeland. Yep, there's your call.
Wow.
That will move the football back 10 yards to the 15-yard line. Lakeland will face second down and 26 yards to go.
Still second and Mayfield from the 15-yard line.
Domenico Spatero back to throw with time, fires downfield. What a catch by John Siemens, and the speedster is gone.
John Siemens to the house.
85 yards on the reception.
Yep.
You get the football in the hands of John Siemens, and it is sure exciting.
85-yard touchdown from Nico Spataro to John Siemens.
33-0, Lakeland leads it. Well, it's been all Lakeland in this football game. Now they will line up for the extra point. Zach Janoski, the junior, out of the hold of Spataro. And Spataro with the snap bobbled it. He'll look and complete the pass for 2 to Dupree. 35-0 Lakeland as we go to a break here on Adams Cable High School Football.
Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale is committed to providing professional service in residential and commercial excavating, land clearing and demolition, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Enhance your property with new paving and seal coating, mulch, or stone. For expert service on your next project, count on Nick's Excavating and Paving Carbondale.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium alongside Glenn Muskowski, Steve Young. Great to have you with us as we have 7:44 remaining in first half action, and Lakeland has a 35-0 lead over the Sabres of Susquehanna. Boy, they strike quickly, and now they will tee it up and kick off to Susquehanna.
Now think about this now. With 9 penalties for 75 yards, if they don't make half of those, what could the score have possibly been?
Here's the kickoff. And this kick is fumbled, and at the 11-yard line, that's where the Susquehanna Sabres will bring their offense back out onto the football field. First down and 10.
Well, it just
snowballed.
Totally collapsing on the top of Susquehanna's offense tonight. Boy, oh boy. Can't catch a break anywhere. They did intercept the first pass. Everything looked good, and they gave it right back in 2 plays. And from that point on, it was all downhill.
Once Lakeland got momentum, they never looked back. Right now, Susquehanna will get set to run its offense as Spencer Beamer will be a wide receiver on the near side. Stone hands it off, and this running play is shut down. Well, when you're having trouble running the football and your defense is having trouble stopping the offense of Lakeland, you know it's one of those nights. And Glenn, we've seen those games over the years where Susquehanna was in 2 very close ball games the first 2 weeks of the season. At Riverside, a 1-point loss, 21-20. Hanover area at home, they lose 24-21. They had an opportunity in that game, and especially the Riverside game. They had a chance to win that if they were able to kick a field goal, as Stone will fire the pass, and it's, let's check it, incomplete. Almost picked off.
From Stone to Jason Smith. Ball's incomplete.
Evan Pochis almost had an interception right there. And sometimes things just don't go your way no matter what you try to do.
It's difficult.
And for Susquehanna, they will be looking down the barrel of 3rd down and 15 as the football is spotted on the Sabres 6-yard line. This time, Stone will fire it downfield and overthrows his intended receiver. J.J. Rosa was out there, but pass was way overthrown. And it's going to result in 4th down, and the punting unit will come on for the Sabres. This should give Lakeland excellent field position.
Yes, should.
If you're Spencer Beamer in that end zone, you want to try to punt the football away from number 2, Nick Mancuso. He has done a lot of damage here tonight. This line drive kick is going to bounce near the 30, and it's down right there.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Was he thinking about
it? If I know him like I know his dad, he was thinking about it. Yeah, he was. Because I know his dad, Mike, would have wanted to pick that up back in the day.
His dad would have looked at that and said, here's a golden opportunity, right? Yeah, his dad, Mike Mancuso, set records, receiving records at Carbondale. Wow, he was a thrill to watch. There was no doubt about that. The football spotted at the 29-yard line, and Lakeland leading 35-0. The offense is back on the field. And you talk about an offense that is fine-tuned. You're watching it here tonight. There's the handoff. They'll keep it on the ground, and there is Bullock. Around the near side, one man to beat, knife down at the 4. Well, you take a look at Lakeland here tonight, Glenn. Everyone is doing their job on that offensive line, with the exception of all of the penalties that they've had in this football game.
They have played a superb game, except for that.
Yes.
Exactly, Steve. You're right. You're right. On
Spataro has time to throw the football. They're getting blocking up front, executing.
They're executing tremendously on defense. There's a lot of pressure on. Colton Stone, and he's struggling a little.
Play clock at 3, and they will hand it off to Dupree, and Dupree bangs into the end zone for the touchdown. Lakota Dupree, the junior, 6'3", 230 pounds, scores for Lakeland, and it's 41-0. Zach Janowski for the extra point. Perfect snap. And with 5:43 remaining in the first half, 42-0 Lakeland, as we go to a break here on Adams Cable High School Football.
The White's Crossing Sports Shop, Canaan Street in Carbondale, is the leading authority for the outdoors in northeastern Pennsylvania. They carry a full line of archery accessories, hunting and reloading supplies, live bait, and a variety of fishing tackle. The White's Crossing Sports Shop is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. Call 282-4699 or log on to their website at whitescrossing.com. Finding that unique seasonal outdoor item has never been easier with help from Tom and the staff at the White's Crossing Sports Shop.
We're back at Lakeland Stadium. Glenn Muskowski, Steve Young, thanks for joining us tonight here on Adams Cable Channel 107. If you're just tuning in, it's been all Lakeland. They got off to a bit of a shaky start. Susquehanna had the football on a Lakeland turnover on the first series of plays, and then Lakeland took advantage of a Susquehanna turnover, and they scored 42 unanswered points, and they have never looked back.
That was a nice run back after the bobbled kickoff.
And Susquehanna will operate from its 30-yard line. Well, you wonder how teams can get to be very good football teams and play well. Now, when you get out to a big lead in the first half of a football game, you know the underclassmen, they're already in the football game, and they're going to see a lot of playing time coming up in the second half. And will we have another timeout? Yes, we will. We'll keep it right here.
I think they only had 10 guys on the field. And that could happen.
And that's another sign that the underclassmen are playing.
There
right?
you go. Exactly.
Like to thank all of the great people for making high school football possible here tonight at Lakeland by Adams Cable Service. Also brought to you by the Comfort Doctors, T.E. Spall & Son, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing of Carbondale. By Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center. Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street, Childs. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street. Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, your source for quality tires. Nick's Excavating and Paving. NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield. By the White's Crossing Sports Shop. By your local Napa Auto Parts store, Carbondale Auto Parts. Also brought to you by Pioneer City Insurance at its new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield, right next to the Big Chief Market. First down and 10 from the 30-yard line for Susquehanna, with 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Stone hands it off, and the running play will gain a couple of yards up the middle. Now keep in mind, if this score holds up in the second half, if Lakeland is up by 35 points or more, there will be a running clock in the second half of this ball game. 3-yard gain on the last play. Stone will hand it off. Scheimer takes it around the right side. He's got the first down and then is decked as he went across the 45-yard line, but not before he picked up a very big first down.
First down, Susquehanna.
New set of downs for the Sabres. Jason Smith is in the slot on the near side of the field. Stone will hand it off. Scheimer once again strung out at the line of scrimmage.
Good penetration by the defensive line. No place to go.
Yeah, Lakeland has done a good job defensively here tonight. Second down and 9 yards to go as we near 4 minutes to play in the first half on the Call Spall scoreboard. And men will come in motion, and they try to go with the play right up the gut of the Lakeland defense, and it is shut down at the line of scrimmage.
Scheimer, again, no place to go.
Now, Lakeland has a lot of speed to contain around the ends, and if you're going to try to run the football up the middle, you're running against some size in Mason Ormsby at left tackle. He's 265 when he's in there. John Kloss Walton, of course. Second unit in there. They have some size also. Third down and 11 for the Sabres. Stone rushes on, fires the pass far side of the field, right in front of the Susquehanna bench.
Stone's pass complete. Sam Callahan. Burned down by Jared Boyd and Nick Mancuso.
Sam Callahan wears number 34, 5'8", 170-pound junior. He had the reception on that last play. So for Susquehanna on 4th down and 8 from the 47, Beamer will drop back in punt formation, and Mancuso will drop back at the 22-yard line. Now we will have a timeout called by Susquehanna with 2:16 remaining. Well, we'll run down our schedule of games that we have coming up for you here on Channel 107. Coming up next week, we will bring you Lakeland and Wallenpaupack, and that could be a tough game for the Chiefs, Glenn. That Wallenpaupack team, starting to do a little research on that early, and That might be a dandy. Wallenpaupack and Lakeland. Then on Friday, September 24th, Lakeland will travel to Carbondale. We'll have that game for you in the rivalry. Friday, October 9th, Susquehanna and Carbondale. And then on October 29th, Mid-Valley will come into town to take on the Carbondale area Chargers.
Quick 6-game schedule this year, Steve. Hopefully we get them all in. That's with this pandemic.
Yes. Let's hope everything goes good.
And I thought Lakeland did it right today by having their parents and their senior night early, because you don't know.
Yes, that's a wise idea. As Spencer Beamer, well, let's check that. As Susquehanna kicks it away. I believe that was Austin Harvey on the punt. Lakeland will have the possession, operating on its own 19-yard line, 1st down and 10, with just over 2 minutes left in the first half, up 42-0. Boy, a very vocal crowd here at Lakeland Stadium.
Nice little student section just to our left.
Boy, when Lakeland played here on Saturday afternoons and they had those good football team, boy, they had a cheering section that sat right in front of the press box. They'd ring the cowbell after every play, and especially on a touchdown. And boy, it was really a sight. Saturday afternoon.
Go back a little further when you were just a rookie doing it on top of the school buses with Paul Olis.
I was never on the school bus. That was Paul Olis and Joe Martin. I was back when I was first out of high school. I was back at the studio running the control board and putting the commercials on. And those guys were on the school bus there. When Lakeland played at Mayfield Community Field, they didn't have a press box down there, Glenn, from what I understand.
No.
And they would either broadcast the game from a school bus or I think it was a Spalding bakery truck or something like that. So they would set up their equipment, and
but you were the man in the house then.
Back at the studio, yes, and now we end up out in the field and really enjoy it as Lakeland will fire a pass downfield, and this is going to be intercepted by Susquehanna. J.J. Rosa picks it off. So the Lakeland second unit turns over the football, and they will spot it at the 44-yard line. So now here's an opportunity for Susquehanna in a very long first half. It's almost 8:20. Gee, Glenn, you won't have a chance to catch any baseball games when you go home. The way this game is running. From the 44.
Alfred Hitchcock at 3 in the morning.
Maybe the 11 o'clock news if you're lucky.
Good defense.
Beamer, the intended receiver, and no flag on the play.
That was good defense. Number 7. Who was that for Lakeland?
Jeremy Sisson.
Yeah, he was
5'8" junior.
Well covered.
Wearing number 7, and he hit the deck pretty hard. He's going to be checked right there by the Lakeland medical staff as we have the clock stopped with 1:03 remaining, and the Chiefs up 42-0. So we're close to halftime, and what a crowd we have here tonight. Fans turned out in huge numbers here on this beautiful Friday night. Bleachers are filled on the near side, and fans are lined up along the chain link fence all the way down around the concession area. Second down play coming up for the Susquehanna Sabres. Trailing in this football game 42-0. 1:03 on the clock, time remaining in the first half. J.J. Rosa wide on the top of your screen. Stone out of the gun. Stone fires the pass near side. It is incomplete. Ryan Scott, the intended receiver, wearing number 21. 5'10", 155-pound sophomore. Glenn, I did not have an opportunity to check out the college football schedule. What's happening in college football this weekend?
Well, Penn State is playing, I believe, Ball State, and Ball State won the MAC conference just last year and has 18 players back, so that's not going to be no cakewalk for them.
Is that a home? That's a home game.
Yeah, it's a home game, yes.
Stone fires the pass far side, intercepted, and I believe that is Mancuso. Turns it upfield and is tackled on the far side, and that will give Lakeland excellent field position with 45 seconds on the clock, first half.
Tackled by Reichen Hobart.
Well, this Lakeland football team is playing with also, Glenn, what I noticed, a lot of confidence right from the opening kickoff.
Yeah, they came out. They were pumped during their pregame warm-ups there. Everything looked just so. Then they had the senior night. Everything. It's just flowing. It's just one thing after another. It's just one of those nights that there's nothing you can do. You can do if you're the other team.
And Lakeland will break the huddle and go to work offensively from the Sabre 20. And the quick inside handoff.
Josh Ponce, 26, I believe.
J.P. Geronimo is the quarterback.
Yeah.
Wearing number 8, he'll come to the near side for offensive instructions. Final 12 seconds. Lakeland will take its time coming to the line of scrimmage. And I'm not sure if they are going to get this play off. They're going to have to work quickly. 2 seconds on the clock. And there is a whistle and 0.4 of a second now on the clock. Did the official drop a flag there, Glenn, I believe, on the near side? No, penalty. 5-yarder.
Lakeland, that's their 10th penalty.
0.4 of a second remain. That's it. We have finally made it to halftime here at Lakeland Stadium.
We start on time, Steve?
Yes, we did. Right on time.
1 hour and 21 minutes.
Said that was a very long first half as Lakeland puts up 42 points on the scoreboard in the first half as they lead the Susquehanna Sabres as we go to halftime here on Adams Cable High School Football.
How much bandwidth will satisfy your home's hunger? The average household now uses 7 wireless devices a day, including TVs, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. HD streaming and gaming can use large amounts of data and slow down speeds for other users. The more devices you use, the more bandwidth your home needs. So make sure you have enough bandwidth. Get up to 120 megabits per second internet from Adams Cable Service. It's a speed you need to power all your devices. Call today.
You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So, just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son has been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 36 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall. When you need collision repair, turn to the professionals at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center to restore your vehicle back to its original condition. For over 34 years, Beston's has been providing full-service collision repair with exceptional customer service. At Beston's, their motto is, every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. Beston's Collision Center in Carbondale, the trusted name in collision repair in northeastern Pennsylvania. Looking for the right flooring for your home, lifestyle, and budget? Visit Tom's Floor Shop & Childs for the latest advancements in flooring to enhance the rooms in your home. The experts at Tom's Floor Shop are there to help you style your home in contemporary elegance and classic beauty with a wide variety of name brand carpeting, hardwood, vinyl, and professional installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop, Exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs. Providing the ultimate in professional service is a tradition at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, Carbondale. For more than 50 years, families in Carbondale and its surrounding area have used our 2 Hospital Street and 74 North Main Street locations for a traditional service, cremation or memorial services, or a service of personal preference. Contact Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated to handle every detail.
Penalties, they were 2 for 20. They ran 33 plays. They have 4 turnovers, 1 fumble, and 3 interceptions. For Lakeland, Spatero had 3 rushes for 48 yards. Bullock had 5 for 45 yards. Lakota Dupree had 1 for 6 yards and a TD. Kevin Snyder had 1 for 40 yards. Nick Mancuso had 3 for 29 yards and a TD. And John Siemens had 1 for 1 yard. Spatero is 8 for 10 for 240 yards and 3 TDs. Siemens had 2 catches for 94 yards and 1 TD. 85 yards was one of those returns for one of those catches for a touchdown. Nick Mancuso had 3 catches for 70 yards and 2 TDs, 1 for 24 and 1 for 34. Kevin Snyder had 1 catch for 25 yards, and Lakota Dupree had 1 catch for 11 yards. And they had 9 first downs, only ran 20 plays. But the big bugaboo for Lakeland today, even though they're playing one of their best games ever, was the 10 penalties in the first half alone for 80 yards, and that has to be addressed by Coach Pawurczyk, because if this is against a good team, they could be in trouble.
So a lot of second-team players will be in the football game for Lakeland coming up. And for the Susquehanna Sabres, they're going to try to avert the shutout, down 42-0 as we get set to start the third quarter of play. And there will be a running clock, the 35-point rule. Upon completion of the first half of an interscholastic football game at any level of competition or any time during the second half when a team gains a 35-point differential over its opponent, the clock shall be stopped only when an official's timeout is taken, a charged timeout is granted, a period ends, or a score occurs. Once implemented, the 35-point rule remains in effect even if the differential becomes less than 35 points. So the second half of this ball game will move by relatively quickly.
It will, Steve, and you're going to see a lot of right off the bat. You see a whole bunch of clean uniforms on the Lakeland side in this kickoff team. So you're going to look for Susquehanna to get something out of this game, by maybe a score or 2 if they can.
Here we go with the kickoff. Here's the kickoff by Lakeland. And it's going to be caught at the 16-yard line. And for the Susquehanna Sabres, they'll get a pretty good return.
Up to the 40, very
nice. Up
nice
to the 40-yard line. Isaiah Valentin,
yeah, nice
5'11", 150-pound senior, returns it for Susquehanna. And for the Sabres, they will set up shop operating from their own 40 with the football, first down and 10.
Yep. Colton Stone is coming out. He's out there, and it looks like some cleaner jerseys are out there with him. So maybe this is time to get some playing time.
What the heck is that thing, Glenn?
Whatever it is, it could take us away.
That's like I don't know what that is flying around outside the window. It's the size of a small bird. That's all I know. As Susquehanna runs the football. That's Cottrell on the carry. At the 46-yard line, second down and 4 for the Sabre offense. Susquehanna trailing 42-0. And there's the give inside, and it goes to Lane Fisk, who dances across midfield and picks up a first down into Lakeland territory. So with Susquehanna keeping the football on the ground, they pick up a first down and sustain the drive. And Stone will hand it off, and they will run around the right side and pick up some good yardage, very close to a first down. That's Brad Cottrell once again, wearing number 6, 5'11", 185-pound senior. Back-to-back first downs for Susquehanna. Now the fans here tonight really having a great time, as J.J. Rosa will be a wide receiver on the near side, as Colton Stone will continue to run the offense. And there's movement on the defensive line. And this will be a 5-yard penalty assessed against Lakeland and bring up first down and 5 for the Sabres. As we mentioned, Susquehanna next week will take on a very good Lackawanna Trail team.
I'll tell you, the 3 games, actually the 4 games that they're playing in a row, they ran into some tough teams.
They will have Lackawanna Trail at home. That will be a Saturday afternoon game. As once again, they will, looks like Cottrell will carry the football.
Brad Cottrell on the carry.
Pick up about 8 for Cottrell.
And the football resting inside the 25-yard line. First down and 10. And they'll continue to run the football, and Cottrell will hammer his way across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now, right now, Susquehanna putting something together against the second team of Lakeland, with the Chiefs up 42-0 as we near the 8-minute mark remaining in third quarter action, with the 35-point rule in effect. Second down and 5 yards to go. Great to have you on board tonight for Adams Cable High School Football, as Susquehanna will run the football. Wow. Some pretty hard hitting going on inside the 15-yard line.
Was that Cottrell again?
I believe it was, Glenn. So there is a running clock, and Susquehanna keeping the football on the ground. Looking to get the football in the end zone and avert the shutout. First down and 10, the football resting on the Lakeland 12-yard line. Stone out of the gun, back to throw, looking end zone, and this pass is overthrown. Beamer, the intended receiver.
Intended for Spencer Beamer, falls incomplete. Second and 10.
Second down play coming up for the Susquehanna Sabres. You know, you talk about their schedule, Glenn. They will have that home game against Lackawanna Trail, then play 3 in a row at Nanticoke, at Holy Cross, and at Carbondale. Then they will have 2 at home against Montrose and Old Forge.
That's
That looks like Cottrell taking it into the end zone for us. Sabre touchdown with 6:43 to play third quarter. And the Sabres are on the board trailing 42-6. Now the clock will stop after the touchdown. And the Sabres will attempt the extra point. Lane Fisk, who has 1 extra point on the season. And this one is perfect. 6:43 to play in the third. Lakeland up 42-7 over Susquehanna here on Adams Cable High School Football.
Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale is committed to providing professional service in residential and commercial excavating, land clearing and demolition, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Enhance your property with new paving and seal coating, mulch, or stone. For expert service on your next project, count on Nick's Excavating and Paving Carbondale. What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7.
And this kickoff by the Susquehanna Sabres will roll into the end zone for a touchback. And Lakeland will have the football, bringing their second team offense onto the field at the 20-yard line. So we'll see a lot of new players in the ball game for Lakeland coming up. Now, Glenn, during halftime, I did talk with our cameraman, Billy, and I informed him that it does get very cold here at Lakeland. And he said, yeah, I did bring my, sweater and sweatshirt and everything, so he's geared to go tonight. But he knows in the future that it could get really nasty up here. Fortunately, we are only up here one more time this year, and it's going to be in September. But you get into mid to late October, and you better have a winter jacket up here.
Yeah, that was Ponce that took the. We'll be going crazy here with all these numbers.
Yeah, a lot of second team players in there. And your quarterback is J.P. Geronimo.
He's one of those foreign exchange students.
Yes,
they were talking about the pregame when they did Parents' Night.
And J.P. will await the snap. And he's back to throw, and is sacked on the play. Good job defensively by the Susquehanna Sabres. Austin Harvey came up to hit him and take him down. And on the Calls Ball scoreboard, we are nearing 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and Lakeland up 42-7. Second team in the ball game for the Chiefs. Next week, they will take on Wallenpaupack, and we will be here to bring you all of the action. So we will have Lakeland on the air 3 weeks in a row. Following week, they will travel to Carbondale to take on the Chargers. This pass is intercepted by the Susquehanna Sabres, Isaiah Valentin. Defensively, he read that one all the way and picked it off and gives Susquehanna an opportunity now at the Lakeland 10. Good read defensively by Susquehanna.
He read that perfectly, and if he didn't stumble, he could have walked in.
Now the Susquehanna Sabres work from the Lakeland 10-yard line, down 42-7, and Stone will await the snap. Keeps it on the ground, and Lakeland is all over it defensively. Good job by the Chiefs right there. Andrew Gelderman. He is a freshman, 5'8", 155 pounds, coming up to make the tackle. Stone will hand it off. Chase Bishop with the football. Going around the right side. He takes it inside the 5 near the 2-yard line.
Pick up of about 8.
And we may have a player down for Lakeland with 3:32 remaining here in the third. And that player is finally up on his feet, I believe. Nope, still down, Glenn.
Yeah.
We are going to go to a quick, well, let's wait a moment. We're going to go to a quick break, and we will return with more high school football after this timeout.
The White's Crossing Sports Shop, Canaan Street in Carbondale, is the leading authority for the outdoors in northeastern Pennsylvania. They carry a full line of archery accessories, hunting and reloading supplies, live bait, and a variety of fishing tackle. The White's Crossing Sports Shop is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. Call 282-4699 or log on to their website at whitescrossing.com. Finding that unique seasonal outdoor item has never been easier with help from Tom and the staff at the White's Crossing Sports Shop.
Susquehanna now has the football, first down and goal from the 1-yard line. Stone looks like he will keep it.
Yeah.
Susquehanna will not be able to punch it in right here. Now a player down once again near the goal line with 3:04 remaining. Well, folks, keep in mind archery season is right around the corner, coming up on October 2nd. It's deer archery season. So the White's Crossing Sports Shop has everything you need to get prepared for the upcoming season. Stop in and see Tom at the White's Crossing Sports Shop. Well, if you're just tuning in, friends, it got off to kind of a crazy start, didn't it, Glenn?
Well, it sure did.
Lakeland had the football and
threw an interception,
turned the football over. And then
two plays later,
Susquehanna gave it right back to Lakeland.
Thank you, but we don't want it this long. We'll just give it back to you. And then the floodgates open.
And Glenn, you celebrated an anniversary, 56 years.
I did.
Of marriage.
I did.
On September 7th, you and Ann.
Well, yeah, that's and years and years and years and years ago, the next door neighbor said it will never last. Well, it did, right? It did. It certainly did.
Oh, by the way, Glenn, thank Ann. Yeah. It was delicious, Ann. She sent me some nut roll.
Yeah.
Wow. Ann, thank you very much.
She got my mother's recipe, my aunt's recipe, and my grandmother's and put it all together and added a twist.
Stone will hand off the football, and they've got the touchdown.
I believe it was...
not really sure who punched it in there.
Yep.
42-13 as Susquehanna takes it into the end zone with 2:54 remaining in third quarter action. Lane Fisk on for the point after touchdown. And this time he hooks it to the... Oh, I thought he hooked it to the left, but he does keep it inside the upright. And with 2:54 left in the third, it's 42-14. Lakeland, your leader on Adams Cable High School football. Your local Napa dealer, Carbondale Auto Parts, has been serving the area for over 38 years with quality automotive replacement parts, tools, and accessories. Experience the Napa know-how difference with great service you've come to know and trust from the staff at Carbondale Auto Parts, your Napa know-how folks.
Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how.
Back at Lakeland Stadium after the touchdown, Susquehanna will tee up the football and kick off to the Lakeland Chiefs. And it will be Lane Fisk to tee it up. 2 deep for Lakeland. Good end-over-end kick. And from the 10-yard line, Lakeland will try to bring it up across the 20-yard line. Jaden Poklimba, 5'4", 130-pound freshman on the return for the Chiefs. Well, no better way to open up a homestand, Glenn, than the way Lakeland did it here tonight. Getting off to a quick start, taking advantage of every opportunity that Susquehanna gave them here tonight. And now as we near 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and Lakeland up 42-14, their second team will run its offense. And they will elect to go with the ground game up the middle to the 26-yard line.
Can't see the numbers there, Steven.
Josh Ponce on the carry.
Ponce, yep.
5'8", 170 sophomore. He wears number 26. So with the running clock, a quick third quarter. Now there's the handoff to Ponce once again, and the defense of Susquehanna is right there. Evan Pochus is quarterbacking the second unit now for the Chiefs. 5'9", 175-pound junior. And with just about 1 minute left, Lakeland will face third down and about 12 yards to go, operating from its own 23-yard line. Now the cheering section in excellent voice tonight, having a good time here at Lakeland. They'll run out of the I formation this time. And this time, good job by Susquehanna as they sack Evan Pochus. And with 35 seconds remaining, punting unit will come on for the Chiefs. Looks like Dupree is going to come in to do the punting.
Yep.
Final 19 seconds. See if Dupree can get a good snap from center. They may just let the clock run right down as Dupree is having a chat with the official. And that will bring it into the third quarter here at Lakeland, with the Chiefs up 42-14 here on Adams Cable High School Football.
Pioneer City Insurance is now open at its new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield. Independently owned and operated, Pioneer City Insurance offers personal insurance for auto, home, life, and commercial lines for businesses. Jennifer Krzan Allen is there for you 7 days a week on Facebook, online at pioneercityinsurance.com, or call 570-282-2801 for Pioneer City Insurance at its new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield.
Now's the time to unleash the internet. With Adams Cable Service, you get internet with speeds up to 120 megs. It's the speed you need that blows the doors off of DSL. Connect all of your devices, including iPads and other tablets, game consoles, smartphones, and computers. Upload and share photos and videos instantly. Stream HD movies in a flash and experience online gaming like never before. Call Adams Cable Service today at 1-888-222-0077 and get internet with speeds up to 120 megs.
Back at Lakeland Stadium, where we are about to kick off the fourth quarter play with the Chiefs up big time, 42-14 over the Susquehanna Sabres. Susquehanna put 14 points on the board in that third quarter against the Lakeland second unit, and now it will be
Looks like Dupree.
Dakota
Right.
Dupree back to punt for the Chiefs. That's a pretty good punt. And Susquehanna will have to fall on it at the Lakeland 42-yard line.
I saw that. Saw number one for Susquehanna go make an effort to get the ball, but never did.
Right.
It reminds me of Nick.
Yes.
Get up there and don't let that ball hit the ground.
Yes.
He would go nuts.
Yes.
And he's right. He's absolutely correct.
Yeah, our former colleague, Nick Homick, no longer with us here on the broadcast crew, but we wish him well. And he would be all over a play like that, you know? Maybe we'll get him on a broadcast here one night if he's available.
There you go.
Have him stop in, you know?
There you go.
Have an extra headset here just waiting. From the 41-yard line, Sabres ready to go here in the fourth. Stone now will have a word with his backfield. 1st and 10, the Sabres. Handoff, last man through, nothing there for Chase Bishop. Bishop, a senior, 6'1", 185, getting the call.
Chase Bishop on the carry. No gain on play, brings up 7 and 10.
Now, Glenn, do you do the yard work or does Ann do the yard work?
It is a family affair.
A family affair?
It certainly is.
I thought in the past you do the snow blowing and she does the grass cutting. What was that in the past?
That was that's way in the past.
Way in the past.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she doesn't like. She'll come out in the snow, but she does actually. She she's got a little problem with her back, and she's afraid to do too much stuff now. So she does come out once in a while and cut. She likes to cut the grass. She likes to do that. It gets her out to do something, and
because you know what I have to do tomorrow.
You have to cut the grass.
Yes.
Well, you got it.
But I have a riding mower, and it's in excellent condition. If she would like to come up and help me out.
Help you. Well, riding mower, we couldn't do that in our yard with the hills we have and the stone walls that we have. Look out.
Bishop, there he goes, and he may go all the way for a 40-yard Sabre touchdown.
Touchdown, Susquehanna.
And with 9:57 remaining, it's 42-20. Lakeland, your leader. Well, Glenn, as we get around the 4.5-minute mark, you could start running down some of the numbers on the starters, players who had a big night, and, of course, the call of the game. I think we might have two tonight.
Yeah, I have two in mind, and I
don't think it's too early for the call of the game.
Well, we can do
as
that.
Lane Fisk will tack on the extra point, and it's 42-21 as we take another timeout here on Adams Cable High School Football.
You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So, just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son has been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 36 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So, just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall.
And on the Call Spall scoreboard with 9:57 remaining in the football game, Lakeland up 42-21. And the Susquehanna Sabres now will tee up the football, and Lane Fisk will kick it away to the second unit of Lakeland. That's a good kick by Fisk.
Yep.
And this is going to go inside the 5-yard line. And on the return for the Chiefs, Poklimba, Jaden Poklimba.
He's a freshman.
Jaden Poklimba on the return.
I thought you said that. Well, anyway,
he is a freshman.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Well, you could tell because he was moving, but not going anywhere. You got to take that ball and just run it up the field.
Well, that all comes with experience.
Yeah, sure it does, and he'll learn that.
We'll see him maybe later in the season after he gets a little more playing time. We'll see him.
But that instead
be
of
a
just
little more aggressive,
Yeah, sure. He's got to take that ball up the field, just run with it, and get as far as you can.
From the 19-yard line, Lakeland's second unit, and this time they will go around the right side. They've got the first down. Josh Ponce on the carry, I believe.
Yes, that was.
Around the far side. And I believe we might have a player a little bit banged up for Susquehanna. He gets up a little slow, but I believe he's all right. Delvin Ace, 6'1", 260-pound senior lineman. Got up a little bit slow for Susquehanna, but he stays in the game.
Well, Steve, here's my pick.
For the call
yes.
of the game.
With Lakeland, when they were intercepted the first time, and then they got the ball back. What started Lakeland's run the whole night was the pass from Spatero to Nick Mancuso for the 34-yard touchdown. That gave Lakeland all the momentum, and from that point on, it was just downhill for Susquehanna. But in the second quarter, the 85-yard pass from Spatero to, I believe it was Siemens, could be also considered, because they were deep in their own territory and they were losing yardage. and all of a sudden it's this 85-yard pass. And
That
once
kind
he
of turned things around.
and that just put Susquehanna in a no-win situation. So I'd say, the first one because of what it did to start with Nick Mancuso. Nick Mancuso had a phenomenal first quarter. I mean, he had a touchdown there. Then he had a 24-yard touchdown. I believe he had an interception. He was running the ball back. He played a phenomenal first quarter. And of course, Siemens came up with that. I'd say I'd give both of those plays the Colts ball plays of the game.
I think that's a good assessment, Glenn. The way that got the momentum going for the Chiefs, and they never looked back. And with 7:59 remaining in the fourth, it's 42-21. Lakeland will continue to run the football up the middle. And Josh Ponce really seeing a lot of playing time. Advances the football to the Lakeland 47. So for Susquehanna, they just want to come out of this football game healthy because of the numbers that they have.
Yeah.
And they will set their sights on Lackawanna Trail, and that could be a tough one for them, or it could end up to be a good matchup. You know, you never know the way a high school football game will play out on any given evening.
Well, I'll tell you, Lackawanna Trail looked awful good against Carbondale, but of course we can't forget, though, Carbondale did not play last year.
Right.
And they have a whole new system. They have a whole bunch of new kids, and they came back and they did a nice job against Holy Cross. Holy Cross, yep. And
they were actually trailing in that Holy Cross game.
Yeah.
21-15, I believe, at halftime, but then in the second half they turned it around, and Holy Cross did a good job in that game also for a young team.
Yes, they did. I wasn't at it, but they obviously did. They I think Holy Cross ran 2 or 3 plays and they had 2 scores.
They did a good job against the Chargers there, but the Chargers figured things out in the second half and got it together, and they won that one. 42-21 your score here. Lakeland just continuing to run the football and play out the remaining time on the clock. They are well on their way to their 3rd victory of the season.
And you're right, Steve. This one coming up next week can be a gem because Wallenpaupack seems to have everything going in the right direction up there this year.
So we will have the Buckhorns and the Chiefs 1 week from tonight right here on Adams Cable, Channel 107. Second down play coming up for Lakeland. Football just inside the 35-yard line. 2nd and 8. And they will hand it off to the tailback, and he's caught around the ankles. Ponce on the carry.
He's running hard.
Good job by Susquehanna to string him out on the play. Boy, you think of all of the great games that Susquehanna played over the years. Some great matchups between
with our man Dick Bagnell.
Dick Bagnell and John LaSavage. Boy, they were some great games.
There were wars.
When they were both in the Suburban Conference, some really fantastic football games. As Lakeland will just keep it on the ground once again. But Kyle Cook has done a good job with this program. Here tonight, just overmatched by a very good Lakeland team.
But you say that without Blue Ridge, they would have been struggling for numbers. Boy, that really did shock me because they didn't always have big numbers because it's a small school,
right?
But they always had good players, and boy, they played the Bagnall way.
Yeah, they ran that veer offense, and once again, Ponce, the workhorse, on this series of plays, takes it off the right side. 4.5 minutes left in the football game. Susquehanna will take over possession of the football on downs. They will have it first down and 10. Down 42-21. So thanks for joining us here on Adams Cable, Channel 107 tonight.
And they still come out with Stone at quarterback.
Stone is still going to run the offense.
And he came out limping that time. He must have.
He's a competitor, Glenn.
Got a bruise on the knee or the ankle.
In that first half, he took a pretty good hit there, and I didn't think he was going to stay in the game, but he did. He showed a lot of character and was able to keep the Sabre offense, try to keep it going with 4:13 remaining, and we'll thank everyone for making this broadcast possible. Of course, to Adams Cable Service and all of the great technicians for getting the live video on the air tonight. We thank them. The Comfort Doctors, T.E. Spall & Son for heating, cooling, and plumbing of Carbondale. Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center. Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street Childs, by Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street. Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, your source for quality tires. Nick's Excavating and Paving. It's not too early to get those projects done. You know, we still have a lot of fall weather and good time to get that paving done or seal coating, anything you need. Maybe a little bit of work around your yard, some grading or something. Give Nick a call. NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield, by the White's Crossing Sports Shop, by your local Napa Auto Parts store, Carbondale Auto Parts, and of course, Pioneer City Insurance at its new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield, right next to the Big Chief Market. First down for Susquehanna from its own 29-yard line, and they will run the football up across the 35 to the 36. Nearing the 3.5-minute mark, remaining in the fourth quarter. Susquehanna with a second down and 3. This time Stone up under center and Lakeland across the line of scrimmage quickly. Mason Matus came across rather quickly.
Well, again, that's probably their 12th penalty. Of course, you got some people that are not used to playing out there, so but that is, as I said before, Steve, that has to be addressed by Coach Borczyk, because that could be deadly in a game that they might be playing as they come up with the Wallenpaupack, and I don't know what the rest of their schedule looks like, but
well, as we mentioned, they will have, of course, Carbondale in Week 5, Wyoming area here at home in Week 6. At week number 7, they will play at Western Wayne. That is going to be a test for this football team.
That will be, sure. That
Western Wayne program has really evolved into a very good program over the years.
It certainly has, and they've had some great individual athletes coming out of that football program the last couple years.
Second down and 6 on the Call Spall scoreboard with 2:35 remaining in the fourth, 42-21. Toss play around the far side. Bishop, there he goes, and then taken down near the 45-yard line of Lakeland. And then closing out their schedule in Week 8, they will play at Mid-Valley. Then they will end their regular season on the road, at home here against Riverside, and then in Week 10 they will play at Dunmore.
Well, look like Dunmore is struggling a bit this year too. And Riverside, Susquehanna gave Riverside anything they could handle.
Yeah, so see how things play out there. But I think the big test for Lakeland will come next week against Wallenpaupack. And then Western Wayne in week 7.
Yes, for sure.
So between now and that time, the great coaching staff that Lakeland has, they will work on trying to minimize the amount of penalties they committed in this game. Dominic Escrow, an assistant coach. Anthony Beston is, I believe, a quarterback's coach. Matt Cerniak, an assistant coach. Jeff Deming, Joey Sinclairi, and Keith Galinsky as an assistant coach. With 1:25 left.
I think this. I'm looking at the schedule of Western Wayne right now, Steve. They beat Dunmore 20-2. They beat North Pocono 27-6. That's 2 big wins for them. I don't know who they're playing Saturday. It says MC. Was that the school they were going to play up? Did you say they were going to up in New York to play a game, or was it?
Yeah, I have the schedule somewhere. Yeah, going up.
Yeah, then they have on the 24th this month they have Scranton Prep too, so that could be a good game.
46 seconds left, and they will pitch out the football, and here come the Susquehanna Sabres running it near side, and Sam Callahan coming to around the right end. Taken down by the Lakeland defense. We did have a penalty on that last play. And it will be a 10-yarder. So Lakeland led at the end of the first quarter 27-0, 42-0 at halftime. 42-21 in what could be the final play of the game. 29 seconds left as Stone will come up under center. They will hand it off, and there is Bishop running the football.
That should just about do it.
And that should do it here at Lakeland Stadium. Your final score, Lakeland wins it here tonight by the score of 42-21 over the Susquehanna Sabres. So congratulations to Lakeland head coach Dave Powarczyk and the team on a very impressive win here tonight for the Sabres, and head coach Kyle Cook. Good luck in their game next week as they will be at home taking on the Lions of Lackawanna Trail.
Well, as the fans empty out, the student section empties out, all dressed in black. Reminds me of the old Mean Machine, right? As they had it down when they played down in Mayfield, I guess, right? They were all in black and good support for the Lakeland Chief football team.
So, Lakeland with a very impressive win here tonight as they are victorious for their 3rd win of the season by the score of 42-21, and that is going to wrap it up. And it's all been brought to you tonight by Adams Cable Service, by the Comfort Doctors, T.E. Spall & Son for heating, cooling, and plumbing of Carbondale, by Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street, Childs, by Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street in Carbondale. By Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, your source for quality tires. Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale. By NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield. By the White's Crossing Sports Shop. By your local Napa Auto Parts store, Carbondale Auto Parts. Pioneer City Insurance at its new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield. And your starting lineups for today's game brought to you by the Roselle Department Store. For Glenn Muskowski, I'm Steve Young. Thanks for joining us. Till next time, so long from Lakeland.